So, in today's video, we're going to talk predominantly about the SnyderVerse. So, yo, what is freaking good, YouTube? Warstu here. If you are new around, and make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the Marvel, DC, pop culture, kaiju content that I try to do on a daily basis. If you could, subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and let me know down below, is the SnyderVerse really going to be restored? And if you could, check us out on Instagram at Warstu. See the beautiful face behind the beautiful voice. Check us out on Twitter, WarstuG. Right, let's get into this video. So, I always listen to constructive criticism, feedback. I actually read all the quote tweets. I read all the comments on my Twitter and on YouTube, etc. And I get sent a lot of clips and a lot of things of people saying I said things. But something was brought to my attention. So, I've never actually said the SnyderVerse couldn't be restored. I've never said it was dead and buried. And if you've said this about me in a video, you're just lying. I've never actually said that. But what I did say is, it's gonna have to be with the blessing of the CEO of Warner Bros. Discovery. David Zaslav would have to okay it. And it would also have to kind of be okayed with the DC studio heads to make sure it doesn't conflict with whatever they are doing. Now, to come out in a YouTube video and say the reason you made YouTube videos is because you think you can do it better than me, that's a freaking bold statement, lad. That really is a bold statement, but it's cool. But please, if you're going to talk about me, at least get the information right of what I said. I've always said this. I never told people to move on, it's done and dusted. What I said is, unless David Zaslav wants to do it, it ain't gonna happen. David Zaslav is the only person that can restore the SnyderVerse. Zack Snyder, yes, he would be open to working with another studio if they were to sell the license to the SnyderVerse to Netflix, for example. But guess what? Like I've always said, it would have to be done, the deal would have to be done via David Zaslav. Wow, it's almost like I've said this 10 times over the last 6 months. So I never said the SnyderVerse was done and it was buried and all this kind of good stuff. Like, I mean, it's cool that people make videos about me and talk about me. I mean, it's really cool, but please get your information right if you're going to talk about me. So, I put up a few tweets this week. One of them did okay. And so what's interesting here is, I'm not a scooper, never claimed to be, but when I say something on Twitter, people start listening, and I do think it's quite funny. So I put up this tweet earlier this week going, I hear Henry Cavill Superman isn't 100% done yet. Restore the SnyderVerse, and I purposely spelled that wrong, is possible. Believe me or not, it's what I've heard. Now, what I'm saying here is I've heard Henry Cavill isn't 100% done. Now, however you want to interpret the information of what I've said, it's all right. I mean, what makes me laugh is it's all right to come out and say, yeah, Warstu has incorrect information, and then I put a tweet up and you make a video about what I've put on Twitter. Like, what is going on? Because I've got no followers on Twitter. So it's all right to say, yeah, Warstu spreads misinformation. Then you've literally made a video talking about a tweet I put up. You see the irony of this. You see the irony. So, yeah, sure, I have heard some things behind the scenes. I'm not going to say I haven't, but there is actually a reason why Zack Snyder said, we'll talk about the poster after SnyderCon. There's a big reason. And yeah, it is April 1st today, but that doesn't change any of the meaning or any of the context of what I'm actually saying in this video. So from what I've heard, there is something happening behind the scenes, but it's not my place to say. And I do think it's funny every time I put up the eyes on Instagram and on Twitter. The eyes, you know, ready the Armada, we'll use the old way. And every time I put up the eyes, people kind of react like I'm confirming or something like that. And I do like the criticism I get, and I somewhat to some degree like the hate I get. But it is interesting how the same people that say they used to watch me are talking about stuff I put on Twitter when I literally have no I think I got like maybe 4,000 followers on Twitter. So it's all right to say you don't like me, I spread misinformation, then you make a video and you call me by name. I don't mind if you call me by name. So I spread misinformation, but then you're going to make a video talking about a tweet that I put up when I didn't actually say anything in the tweet. Did you read the tweet? I hear Henry Cavill Superman isn't 100% done yet. Restore the SnyderVerse spelt wrong? It's possible, believe me or not, it's what I've heard. So You don't believe my information, then you make a video talking about a tweet that is literally a tweet, right? I have heard some things behind the scenes, and there is some things happening behind the scenes, but it's not what you think it is. And as I keep saying, I'm not a scooper. I'm not a leaker. So until someone else actually says something, I can't really say anything. So yeah, I still do believe the SnyderVerse is possible. Ben Affleck wanted to return. Sure, bro. Yeah, your sources trust me, bro. Well, he returned to do a scene in Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. Yeah, but Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom was supposed to come out before The Flash. Are we still running with that narrative? So he was going to be the Batman in that movie. Cool. He was going to have a lot more scenes in The Flash that are apparently being cut now. And you want to talk about misinformation? Deadline is trying to spin a story that the Wonder Woman scene has been cut from the Flash movie. And it has to some degree, but it's not even talking about that one. It's talking about the end credits scene that had Henry Cavill's Superman, Jason Momoa, etc., set in the new DCEU. So the scene that came out the other day that Ben Affleck spoke about is still in the movie. I do find this, I mean, it's literally in the plot leak that was posted over 1 year ago. You want to talk about no credibility, but when The Flash comes out, go back to my Flash video when I went over the Flash movie, and you'll see what I said there, and it's pretty much true based on, even now, based on the most recent test screening information I've got. I haven't made a video about that because there's no point putting a Flash plot leak out there because the trailer confirms everything anyway. So yeah, Michael DeLuca, Pam Abdi, this event could not have happened without them. So you're telling me Warner Bros. Discovery executives, sorry, Warner Bros. Pictures executives, I guess. I don't know what the hierarchy system is, if they've actually merged, because it's kind of a bit unclear. It's all right going, yeah, it's now called Warner Bros. Discovery, but you're still making movies under Warner Bros. Pictures. So two execs at Warner Bros. Pictures, let's just say that Warner Bros. Pictures, helped Zack Snyder do a charity event. Oh yeah, I get it. They can't use BVS, Man of Steel, Zack Snyder Just See, without the blessing of Warner Bros. I get you. There is so much more to this story. But as I said, I can't really say anything more than what I've already said. I mean, I'll try and be a bit more analytic and a bit more cryptic with my tweets, but there is stuff going on behind the scenes. There is a bit of a divide at Warner Brothers Discovery when it comes to... No, I can't really say that. I've already said too much. But there is something going on behind the scenes. There is some kind of divide. So if I do put the SnyderVerse has been restored in the title, it's to make a point here that it's not over. It could be restored. But like I keep saying, if it is going to be restored, it'll be put on HBO Max. Netflix can't afford it. Netflix aren't going to license something kind of like this. It will go to Amazon or Apple TV if it's going to be licensed out to anyone. So likewise, guys, keep talking about me. Keep responding to me. I mean, I do read the quote tweets and, I mean, I've got a bit of a sense of humor, but some of you guys are savage. Really savage. It does make me laugh. I mean, nearly 200 comments on this tweet. I was highly entertained reading them. Really highly entertained. And yeah, let's just address the James Gunn situation. You guys seem to think I have some issue with James Gunn. No, I don't. Like I keep saying, Peacemaker, pretty cool. The Suicide Squad, really liked it. Guardians of the Galaxy 1, really liked it. The second one was mediocre. And we don't know about the third one. And yeah, sure, I'm going to give the new DC universe a chance. Sure. I think they've made a massive mistake by announcing everything so early to the point where you discredit Shazam 2 to the point where it basically flopped, and to the point where people were going to discredit the Flash movie to a certain degree, discredit Aquaman 2 and discredit Blue Beetle, which is sad because them movies should have stood on their own merit being part of the greater DC universe, but now they probably won't. So there is something going on behind the scenes, but if you're going to talk about me in a video, lads and ladettes, please get the information right. I never told you to move on and get over it. What I said was, it will be up to David Zaslav, who's in charge of everything. David Zaslav is James Gunn and Pete Safran's boss, so he can override them if he wants to. So if he does restore the Snyderverse, just remember who said it. But it is funny when people talk about me, but then they're like, yeah, he spreads misinformation, he's a grifter. But then you talk about me in videos, so you're spreading the grifted information that is incorrect. But why would you talk about what I talk about if you think it's wrong? What, are you trying to debunk me or something? I mean, It's like this. If you really want to get in discussion with me, just hit me up on Instagram or Twitter and we can do a collab video and we can really talk about what is going on and all this kind of stuff. And we can really talk about whatever you want to talk about to do with DCEU, SnyderVerse, James Gunn stuff. Cool. I mean, I've appeared on multiple podcasts before. So just let me know. If you've got an issue with me, call me out and we can get into discussion and make a video. So like always, guys, there is something going on behind the scenes, but I'm not at liberty to say what it is because you know how Hollywood works. Until it's signed and sealed, it doesn't matter if it's true or not until it actually happens. Like always, guys, check us out on Instagram at Warstu. Check us out on Twitter, Warstu G. I know we'll catch you in another video, guys, very soon. Catch you later.